Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be comparing night sights to optics. Okay, so here I got the Holosun 507 ACSS, and here I've got night sights on this gun. So basically iron sights that glow in the dark. But here's the thing, right now they're not really glowing because it's not dark enough. It's dusk now. And that is the place where I've had a great deal of difficulty when it comes to shooting, right? I have a difficulty because right now it's not dark enough for the glow-in-the-darks to light up, but it's dark enough so that, you know, with my eyes, and remember I'm 49 years old, with my eyes, when I come out, it's a little hard for me to see the sights on this gun. In the daytime, when it's bright, I can see these a lot better. When it starts getting dark, I have a much harder time focusing on my iron sights. And the level of light that we have right now is very similar to the level of night light that you would have in your house in the evening, because typically we don't keep our houses like super bright. So this is kind of typical to the level of light that you would have in your house. Okay, so I noticed this like 3-4 years ago, that when it starts getting, you know, when the light level starts dropping, okay, I have some difficulty seeing the iron sights. Now, some of you guys watching this are not going to have any clue as to what I'm talking about because you're young, okay? You know, I got small kids. You know, my 5-year-olds, you know, a lot of times there'll be a deer like way out there, and they'll tell me, oh, you know, 5-year-olds like deer, deer, deer. Even my 3-year-old was like deer, deer, you know, and I'm like struggling with my glasses, right? Prescription glasses. I'm struggling to see it, and they can see it crystal clear. So even with prescription glasses, right? You know, prescription glasses don't make you younger. You're still not going to see as well as you could when you were much younger. Okay, so what I have found is that the optics really help a lot. Okay, so in this case over here, I've got the Holosun 507 ACSS, and I can definitely see that real nice and get on target. Okay, so you know, this is something that I was, you know, I've only been shooting optics on pistol for about a year now. But about like 2-3 years ago, I recognized that I had a problem with iron sights when it started getting dark, and I started looking around for a solution. All right. And you know, without you know, just because of my experience with rifles that had red dots, I could see that, hey, at night I can see the reticle, I can get on target, I could shoot a rifle with a red dot a lot better than with iron sights. So I knew from like 2-3 years ago, before optics became common on pistols, I knew that I needed optics on pistols, right? And you know, a lot of you guys might be laughing at me like, hey, the old guy over there, he can't see. Hey, listen, you're all gonna get there, right? You know, people were telling me this like 20 years ago. They were saying, you know what, you're gonna get there too. And yeah, you know, and now I got people in their 70s. You know, it's kind of funny when you get to that 50 years old. You know, like I'm 49, gonna be 50. It's kind of funny because I can kind of still relate to people who are in their 30s and 40s, right? Even in their 20s, and I can. But the weird thing is, I can now also relate to people that are in their 70s, right? Because they're only like 20 years ahead of me. So you know, I'm able to talk to somebody that's like 70 years old, you know, and it's like, you know, there's a lot of things that we have in common, right? So it's a weird thing. So anyway, let's do a little night shooting here, or low light shooting. We'll go with the iron sights first. We'll see how I do. You guys can count the hits on the targets over there. Those targets aren't very bright right now either. So you know, it's getting dark. The targets aren't very bright. I didn't paint them recently. Normally I put like white spray paint on them. So let's see if I can get any hits on this with the iron sights, right? Gun's empty. I don't know how many hits I got. I know I start moving a bunch of times. You guys are probably a better judge back there of how many hits I actually got on target. Let's go with the optics. you guys post in the comment section. Let me know which one looked better, shooting with the iron sights or shooting with the optics on the pistol. Now I do have these set to daylight brightness. All right, that's how I carry this. So they are a bit like overwhelming at this hour. So that chevron is overwhelming the target a little bit when I put it on it. And also, as you guys can see, there's a little bit of lint on my glass over there. I did a video just yesterday about lint on your glass, but still, I can still see through that lint over there. So it's not without problems. I have to keep it at daylight brightness or nuclear bright because, you know, if I come out of the holster and the gun is not bright and it's sunny out there, I won't be able to see anything. And at low light, I'm still able to somewhat see the targets. The way it works is like right now, those are like 5-inch targets or 6-inch targets at whatever 25 feet that I'm shooting at here. So those are 6-inch targets. Normally at this distance, I'd be shooting a man-sized target. Right? So if I put, let's say, the reticle on that tree right there, right? You can see now, you know, it doesn't overwhelm the tree. So if I put this on the tree, right, you can see that, yeah, you can see the tree, you can see the reticle on the tree. Yeah, when you put it on a smaller target, right, which is 5 inches or 6 inches, it overwhelms the target a little bit. But when you go to a man-sized target, like the thickness of that tree right there, you know, that's less of an issue. So I'm gonna have to go back and check the video out and actually try to count the hits, because I don't know if I got more hits with the iron sights or with optics. But I know if I'm shooting a man-sized target like that tree over there, right, the thickness of that tree, I can definitely see that chevron a lot easier and get it on that tree. Okay, the tiny little targets over there, yeah, the chevron was overwhelming the target a little bit. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're not a member of the channel, subscribe. Talk to you guys soon.